What's up, DC Nation? Welcome back to another video. And guys, if you like the video, give a big thumbs up. And YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe because I release great content every day that you don't want to miss. Now guys, today I'm going to review Flash number 752, part 3 in the Flash Age storyline. And guys, this storyline's been really great, like 750, that big issue. There's a lot of storylines, but it started out well with Flash being made as that hero. Then he fought against Godspeed, and Paradox was there. Then Godspeed turned on Paradox, fought against him, got his ass beat. Flash and Paradox fought, and what happened was pretty much Flash was erased from existence again, or put somewhere else. Like, I was just like, where did he go? And then Godspeed's like, Flash will come back. And that's where we open up this issue. Then we see Paradox have Godspeed by the throat, and Godspeed's like, he'll come back someday. He'll come back and save us. And Paradox is like, no, I killed him. If he comes back, I'll kill him again. And I was just like, where are you, Barry? And then like we found out last issue, the final page, Barry is with his mom, Nora Allen, and he's in another realm. Like, he's pretty much like a heaven realm for the start of the issue. Now, we see him with his mom, and he's explaining, oh, I had to fight Paradox, and Nora's like, hey, I know your story, you ran, it's time for your rest. You saved so many lives, you're such a great hero, so rest and enjoy this. And she introduces him to Flash City. Now, this is cool at first. Like, I like Flash Museum, but I feel like, okay, Flash City, that's cool, but we can't stay here too long because they'll get kind of repetitive. But what we see is he's all excited. He pretty much runs her over there, and she's like, oh, you're so excited, it's so cool. Let me introduce you to, like, your family. You see Kid Flash, Avery, Iris is not there, though. Barry notices that. And she's like, oh, this pretty much happened. Do you like it? And Barry's like, yeah, it's great. He's like, but it's not real. Like, he then puts the line down, and I like that because it goes from, I'm like, really? Is it really going to be a story about, oh, he's buying into this, and he has to get out, and he's slowly, like, something bad's happening to him? No, I don't want that. But what happens here when he's like, it's not real, he starts going against it right off the bat, I like that. Like, it's the story on a good pace, and we see him fight him off, he gets out, and he tells him there's usually like a vibrational frequency when something's real, like an Earth, but there's no vibrational frequency here, and then he like shocks the place and gets out of there, but then he realizes he's stuck in like this other realm, and there's like rocks over the place, and what this realm is the place that Paradox was. When way back in like, well, not way back, a couple of issues ago, when we found out Paradox's origin, when we saw him like get transported after like the Flash and Turtle fought to this other realm, and pretty much when you're there, you're like aching and you're slowly like dissolving. And if you're stuck in like a heaven, you're dissolving and then you die and turn to dust. And Flash sees all these people like dead and stuff. But Paradox, what he did was create like an armor for himself and then eventually escape. So this is that realm from like the debut issue of him. So we see Flash running around, and he's like, I knew that wasn't like my mom, because like my mom would never just say, oh, just stay here and rest while Paradox takes over and does bad stuff. And Flash is like, it's bad that Paradox would put my mom in front of me and use that as like an emotional thing against me. He's like, he's gonna pay. So Flash is like, he's not angry, but he's like motivated to get out of there. And he runs around this place, he's like, man, it's like Speed Force hell. And he finally finds like saying, he realizes, hey, Paradox, when he was in here, he created like an armor and stuff to protect him. So he gets all this stuff around, creates his own armor, and we get like a whole new Flash look. And it's very similar to like Ezra Miller's Flash from the DCEU. And guys, this is the Flash from the comics that we just saw. Now, here's Ezra Miller's. Very similar, right? And it's really cool. I like it. And when he like comes in, he like puts it all together. It's really great, and it's cool to see Flash's mind. Like, it's a very Barry focused issue, and I like that. It's a Flash comic, so why not make it Barry focused? And that's great. But we see him, he has this new armor, and then he gathers up all this stuff and makes like a computer thing. So he has a cool new look, which looks dope. And then we see him like say, okay, I need to get out of here, but when I get back, I need to pretty much team up with somebody to beat Paradox. And he says, Irish told me there's only been one person who has beat Paradox in the whole history of pretty much everything. And he's like, that person is Reverse Flash. Now we see like pictures of Reverse Flash, which is really cool. And he's like, I remember Irish pretty much erasing him in the 25th century, so Flash is like, it's gonna be hard to find him. But he's like, I need to go back and pretty much pull him out of time and then fight out Paradox and beat him and then put him back. He's like, I gotta be careful about this. I don't want to cause another Flashpoint or another Paradox. And I like this part. Like this one page right here when he's explaining that like he doesn't want to screw up and stuff. I'm like, finally, some growth. Like Barry's not being a dumbass. Like actually, he's not like, you know what, I'm gonna pull him out of the past, face off Paradox, not worried about the repercussions. I like that because in the past we've seen like, oh, there's this big threat. Barry uses something to fight out this big threat, but then creates a whole new threat. Like I'm like, what? Why do that? But then here it shows that he's actually like thinking about this and he's smart. Like I know Barry and the Flash are smart. Like he's a CSI and he does a lot of great stuff. So some of the decisions he's made in the past DC Comics continuity, I'm like, he would never do that. He's smarter than that. But still, we see this. And he decides there's only one place that Eobard Thawne is always. Like, he's never, like, gone from there. And that's pretty much the night that his mother died. So Barry pretty much makes his cosmic treadmill, and he starts to go back in time to this place. In the final page, he shows Reverse Flash, and he's there above Nora Allen. She's, like, hopeless. Like, she's helpless. And it's pretty cool. Like, I like that. So when you see Barry come back to that night his mom died, and then pretty much, in a way, watch her die, and then say, hey, Reverse Flash, can you team up with me? I know you just killed my mom, but hey, so let's team up and fight off this bigger threat, Paradox. So that's gonna be really awesome. I like that. This is really hyped, and I'm excited to see Flash and Reverse Flash team up. Like the banter and just like the history between them, and see what develops in the story will be just so cool. And that final fight when they beat up Paradox is gonna be so great. Like Paradox is okay, but I'm not totally sold on him yet. But to have Reverse Flash come into the storyline really elevates the storyline to greatness. Like this post is like the biggest Flash story in years, and so far it's been good, it's been solid, but having Reverse Flash jump in is gonna really elevate the story to its greatness that's been marketed as. But guys, one more thing is that another reason it's cool to see Reverse Flash, because the last time we saw him was in like the Ryan Scared arc, which was like issue number 25 and 27. And I know this is issue number 752, but if you put into like the rebirth numbers, it's essentially just issue number 91. So it's been like 64 issues since we see him. That's a long time, guys. That's a long time. Like we saw him in the Budding arc, we saw him way back in like 2016, 2017, and to finally have him back, it'll be interesting to see what he's been doing all this time and how is like what he's been thinking. Like has he changed his mind about the Flash? Is he still evil? Does he what does he know about Paradox and the history between him and Paradox? I'm looking forward to see what we find out. But guys, I'm overall going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. I really loved it. It was great. And Howard Porter's art, guys, is really great. And it just keeps the story going. Like, I always like when Howard Porter jumps on this series. Because his art really meshes well with Joshua Williams' like writing. Like there's other artists on the series that are really great, but I feel like Howard Porter is the best. Like whenever he jumps on, the story just goes so smoothly. But yeah guys, I'm excited for the next issue. You guys in the comment section below, tell me what you thought about this issue. Did you love it? Did you hate it? And what do you think about Flash's new costume in a way? Like he's gonna have a gun by next issue probably, but when he had like the armor, do you think it like kinda is similar to Ezra Miller's costume? And what do you think about Paradox as a villain? And what do you think about Reverse Flash and Barry teaming up against Paradox? Like, that's gonna be dope. You guys, if you like the video, get a big thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, bro, subscribe to the channel because I always great content every day that I don't want to miss. And yeah, guys, that's the video. Peace out.